Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Adrian Hargrave, who is CEO at SEEEN. How are you today, Adrian?
Very well today, Zach. How are you?
We're speaking in the aftermath of your interim results and other matters RNS from the 30th of September. It seemed to be a decent RNS, almost like the long-awaited turning point, the 60% increase in gross profits versus the second half of 2023, etc. So can you tell us what happened to do that and what you think is going to happen next, perhaps?
Absolutely, Zach. So really the headline is the first half of this year, we've seen a 20%, near 20% increase in revenues versus the second half of last year, 60% increase in gross profits, versus the first half of last year, we're broadly flat on revenues, but 20% up on gross profits. The reality is that we've been selling more of our technology services or technology products into our client base and we've done less of our creator service partner business. But encouragingly, we're actually seeing both parts of the business now growing, whereas historically we've been growing just the technology and the other side, we've been optimizing for profitability. So really what you see in the third quarter numbers that we've alluded to in the statement is we've actually added an extra $2 million of revenue in the last 5 months. And so we're running a $4.5 million run rate versus $2.1 million for the whole of 2023. So as you can see, we've doubled the size of the revenues that we have within the business, and margins are consistently going up as well. So hopefully everyone can see that we're now at a point where we're not only increasing the profitability of the business, we're also increasing the revenues, and looking forwards, we should continue to do the same. A large part of that has been obviously organic momentum that we had, but also the fundraising we did earlier this year to help support us into moving into new territories like the training market, and also continue to invest in our sales team.
So basically the situation is that you are finally turning into the international scalable business, tech business that you were always supposed to be.
Yes, that's what's going on the ground and in reality, and we're just going to continue pushing that harder. The great thing is that having two separate parts of the business, we can also cross-sell between them, which is great. So once we've sold the technology products, we can also sell the social media consultancy side of the business, the YouTube optimization. And, for some clients, we start with the YouTube optimization and manage their channels, and we upsell them the technology piece. So overall, I'd say we've had a really positive start to the second half, looking to just continue that faster and moving into 2025, really driving into cash flow profitability, and and continuing to work out what's the right balance between investment and profitability for the business going forwards.
Is it also the case that apart from your hard work, the world seems to have gone video content crazy with TikTok and X and Instagram in particular, and that obviously is driving business towards those platforms, and people in business have to drive content towards those platforms and exploit the viewership and the momentum there?
Yes. So look, obviously the video world has been exploding for the last few years, short form video as well. Although interestingly, we're beginning to see YouTube trying to do more in live streaming and longer form videos as well. The ubiquity of video is a tailwind for us. But I think, and to be clear though, our main point of differentiation is actually on what's called the open web rather than the social media platforms. We help people drive more traffic to those platforms by creating clips for them. But actually, the other trend we're really seeing, Zach, which is really helpful, is video commerce is becoming more and more accepted, and we have a tool to enable our customers to allow their viewers to watch video and sell product directly from within that video, relevant products. So they're driving great click-through rates, 10% click-through rates, delivering 100% plus ROIs for several of our customers as they're selling products from video, which they were never able to do before.
Is it also the case that, from your customer side or would-be customers, they are finally understanding what you do and how it can help their business and then monetize their business and, build those connections with the public?
Yes, I think I think that the big shift we've seen is that in the last 6 months to a year, video commerce is just getting bigger and greater. People understand the need for it. People understand why it's important. People still want to grow their social channels. That's great. But the focus on ROI and profitability, maybe it's higher interest rates, maybe it's recession, fears of recession, whatever it is. The fact that people need to deliver an ROI from their video spend and justify everything they're spending helps us because we can show how you're making money from your videos. So I think the concept of what we're doing, people have always initially got it, but actually a wider audience is getting exposed to it from the social platforms, from their own internal budgeting needs to drive more money from their video content. And that's something that we help them deliver.
And going forward, what can you tell us are going to be your priorities for the rest of this year and going into 2025?
So the priorities for the rest of this year are, continue to, exploit the trends we've already seen. One of which is, just driving more sales into the sports market, including in the US. We've been to an event called Sports Pro AI. The last couple of weeks, we're going to SoccerX and we're joining up as their partner at SoccerX for interactive video. So we're going to SoccerX in Miami, where we're going to be speaking to lots of the biggest football clubs across the globe and members of the C-suites in those places, but also leaning into what we've been doing with American Leak Detection for the training side of the business. And I'm going to that convention next week. We're due to announce there at the convention how successful our numbers have been. People have got a feel for that in the RNS that we've been driving increased traffic from Google business profiles, from our training and from the work we've done. We've been speeding up technician training times. So using that and launching that case study that we can then go and sell to other people in similar type of industries. So I think that's what really you'll see from us is just to let's focus on these case studies. Let's share them with people, get the message out as hard as possible, sign up more customers. That's as simple as the plan is for the next 6 months or so.
Adrian Hargrave, CEO at SEEEN, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach, and speak soon.